Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Donna. This is Revive Beauty DIY with Donna, something in that way, I think. Anyway, today we're doing a dark and moody theme for women, dark and moody women. And it's two short little videos, so please hang out, watch, relax, and give me a like, give me a follow. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. So here we go. Here's one. Here's one that I did. And here's another beauty. Look at this beauty. Tell me what you guys think. We got some feathers on her dress, some sparkles. Very dark and moody and fun. So please hang out, watch. Let me know at the end what you think. And I will see you at the end. So, okay, project number one. We're going to start off with this print, and this print is in my shop, and I'll leave the link below in case anybody wants it. If you do purchase it, use the code YouTube and you'll get a 15% discount. So to start with, I am going to paint the frame, and I'm going to use the black gloss enamel by Deco. And I'm going to add to it the espresso. It's a metallic. It's called Rich Espresso Metallic by Deco. And adding this to the black paint, it gives it a really rich brown look. It's a very beautiful color. Old world, dark and moody, Victorian, whatever you want to call it. But it's a very, very pretty paint. So I'm just getting that all mixed up so I can get this frame. The frame I purchased from Goodwill. And so I'm just going to round it. It does take about 3 coats to get it completely covered, because the frame itself was sort of a shiny plastic. Well, it's more wood, but I don't know, it had like a shiny coating on it. So here I am, I'm going to decoupage the paper, and I'm just adding some Mod Podge to it was like a foam board that was attached to it. So just getting this decoupaged on. So I hope you guys like this. This turned out so pretty. And the feather idea, it came from Kathy D. Domenico. She's on Royal Funky Junk, and she is on YouTube. So if you guys want to go check her out, she did one of a beach scene. It turned out beautiful. I did have this idea using the feathers. I'm doing a Mardi Gras print coming up, and I am using some colorful feathers for that. That was my original idea that I had like a month ago. So just getting this nice and laid down, secured to the board. It was a little like blemish in the paper right there. It looked a little weird, but it gets covered up with the feathers. So just going over it, I'm doing a lot of different types of strokes to make it look a little more painted on. This picture just came out so beautiful and so elegant. So here I'm just using my little finger sander to sand off the edge of it, which is off camera, but there you go. There you can see. And my Mod Podge, just trying to get it all laid down. I usually water it down, which I did here also, but I was just going around the edges that didn't lay down. You know, every now and then you have a corner or the edge that just doesn't seem to lay properly. So, and I did have a couple of spots that ripped. So I just used some black paint to go around it, just a little tap here and there on it. And here's the feathers. It's a boa. A white boa I purchased from Hobby Lobby. I have a bunch of these. Like I said, I have one of these for my Mardi Gras picture that I'll be doing. This was a very messy job. I had feather stuff all over me. It was a mess. I had glue all over me. But the result turned out really nice. So I was using hot glue to get it to lay down. I'm just not a hot glue fan, but it was the fastest and easiest way to do this. Trying to get it all down. Sorry, I had to check on my dog. He was chewing on something. He's still a pup. So I'm continually going up this dress. So I didn't know the best way to do it, to start from the bottom and work my way up, or start from the top, work my way down. So I did the bottom. Okay. I think I'm just going to fill in a few little spots that look like they were a little bald and needed something. I did consider putting like a little chain around her neck, but I tried and it didn't look right, so I just didn't do it. But here I'm using some Mod Podge, and I'm going to add the mica powder. You can see that sitting there on the left there on my hand. So I will be adding that. I did add a little bow to her dress, and I think I lost the footage. I had some problems with uh, my iPad. I had used all my storage, so I kept losing stuff, and I didn't know why. That's why I had to move some stuff around to get some more space. So I just added this to the top of her dress just to make it look sparkly and fancy. If you guys can see it there, it's so pretty. Just putting it back on there, didn't want to waste it. Okay, and I don't know if you could see, I did put the little bow there. Somehow I lost that footage, but it's there. So this is pretty much all I do to this, besides I painted the frame, so I will be doing that. Just clean it off a little. There we go. And this frame turned out just so beautiful. And I don't know how old this frame is, but it has those really sharp, pointy little clips on the back. Really hard to bend. So let's see, I think I'm gonna just touch it up a little here and there. Oh no, I'm gonna add some rub and buff to the all the little designs and the high spots and to this frame. It really finishes it off. I tried using a bronze. I tried using like the espresso, going around it, but nothing worked. The rub and buff, oh man, did it turn it out beautifully. This looks like a very dark and moody, old world Victorian frame. It's just gorgeous. I was really pleased with it. So I'm just going around it. And then at the end, you'll see me sort of wiping it down because, you know, with rub and buff, I've said it before, you have to sort of buff it to get that little, it's a little film and it removes it and leaves a shine. So you have to buff it a little. Okay, well, here's our project too. It was a little more work. So I have this image, which I will leave in the description. And remember, if you want to purchase it, it is, use your YouTube. It's a discount code for 50% off. I would appreciate your support. So at this point, I'm just using this rose mold and I'm using that clay. It's not a clay, it's that foam stuff. And just using it to make some roses. And then I'm going to put them around this frame because I want it to be so I want this to be like a window that you're looking in at her, and there's roses on the outside climbing around the window. That's what my goal is for this piece here. So I'm just sort of trying to figure it out. I'm going to paint it using the black paint. I use the black gloss enamel for this by Decor. Went around it. Now I'm using a water pen to rip around the edges of this picture just to give it a jaggeder edge, just to try to be able to blend it into the frame. I like that look better on some things than a clean cut, especially when it's smaller. I could have printed a larger one, which I did, but it didn't look right. So I went with this size here. So getting it dry, going around it using black paint, trying to get the picture to blend in. And like I said, I did lose some footage. I tried to blend in the blue on top and I lost that footage. I thought I was recording, I looked up and it wasn't. I think it shut down on me. So I had to buy more space, which always sucks. Just really hard trying to keep track of all the space that's needed. So just trying to get it all blended in. So like I said, I did lose the blue.
I'll go to the bank, I'll be right back.
All right. So I have the blue there. I did a lot of different mixes trying to get that color, and it was just impossible. So I had to do the best I could. You can see there, it's a little bit different. It's not too bad. And a lot of those roses covered up. So I glued all those on. Got them down. That's what I'm doing here. I had to use some cornstarch in the molds because it was sticking. That's why you see the white there. So I'm just going over them with some of this black enamel paint. And then I did use on the roses, I went over them, and I'm pretty sure I lost that footage too. I went with the unicorn spit. It's a gel stain, concentrated. It says wood, glass, fabric, stone, ceramic, but this, I don't know what this was. It wasn't any of those. So when I was doing it, I noticed it is a water base. This is fast drying, but it was getting a little gooey. So I don't know if it was reacting with the foam. You know, those roses were made out of that foam stuff that you get. It's like almost like a I don't know if it's like slime. I don't know what it is called. Like a Play-Doh foamy stuff you give kids to play with. So yeah, it was getting a little gooey when I was going over it with the red. Got them all glued on, painted. Okay, here's where I lost footage with the red. So I went over the little roses with the red. I was trying to just give them some color. And now I'm going over them with Rub and Buff. Just to bring out the details of the roses and the leaves. It turns out really pretty. I'm looking at it right now and I love it. You know, a lot of work goes into this stuff, and I do try to sell this stuff on Whatnot. So if you like to follow me on Whatnot, and if you're interested in purchasing anything that I've made, this two pieces will be on my Whatnot sale probably next week. So I will leave that link down below. You'll get a $15 credit if you purchase something from me. So, you know, that's a pretty good deal. Get 15 off. So I will leave that link, and it is under the same name too. So I did use the same name for Whatnot. So here I am going to add some UV resin to the rose. I wanted to give it like a sort of a glass shiny look. And this is my first time using it. I follow someone, her name is Carrie. She is from Sparkle Mountain Creations on Facebook. And she does this a lot. So I learned and watched from her, although this is my first time doing it. So I added the UV resin all around the flower. And then I will be using the light, the UV light, to harden it. And it makes it really shiny, almost glass looking. Here I'm using the light. And I really like the way that looked. I'll be using it more. It's a really good little, I don't know, idea to something to add to your pieces. So I just sort of touched it to make sure that it did harden. Going around it again with a little bit more spots that I missed. And doing the stem and the leaves there. Using the light to get it hard. I think it takes a few minutes, you know, to get it to really harden. There we go. Oh, I guess I'm adding some more. Okay. So please, you guys, you know, let me know in the comments section what you think about this project. Well, there's two of them here. What you liked, what you didn't like. You know, hit the notification button, subscribe, the thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. And I think on my next video, I'm going to have a giveaway if I can get so many comments. Hi, I'm back. What'd you guys think? Do you guys like it? Do you think it was a good job? Please leave me a comment. Give me a like. Hit the subscribe button. And I'm going to go over these again so you guys can see our final reveal. So this is this one here. So she's wearing some feathers. I put some mica right here. I put a little bow. And this was a white frame. So yes. Very pretty, isn't it? Very dark and moody. And here's this one. This one had a little more work to it. So we did all the little roses. We painted them red. I added gold rub and buff. I put some UV resin on this flower. It gives it sort of a glass look. So what do you guys think of this? I wanted this one to be, and I might have mentioned this in the video, I wanted this to be like we were outside looking in a window. So do you guys think I did it with the roses vining up around the arch? Let me know what you think. I think my husband is home, so my thing is going off. But let me know. Thanks.